Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nerds the Human, and welcome back to our Berber campaign, and what will probably be the finale, because Alexandria is in our grasp. Now, there is a reinforcement army of some sorts. Don't know what is in that force. I guess we'll find out, because I'm kind of tempted to let them come along. I think a battle in the open field could be a fun way of doing it. To be honest, yeah, I'm not too interested in this battle, just 3 units. A bit of a blah way to finish. So, we'll let them come to us and try and beat us in the field. We'll probably lose, and I'll deeply regret that, and this will never, ever end. Although I do actually have Antioch over here, so probably should go and smash his Zap, actually. We've been here for a turn or two at this point. Yeah, have a night battle, smash them up, a few kills. To be honest, that's probably a case of auto-resolve doing me a big favour there, because we'll probably lose lots and lots and lots if we did that ourselves. Now we have a big pile of money, we can probably reinvest that before we start moving on. Now actually, yes, you might well see Sidon over here, still revolting, but at the very least, we've got we've got some rebellious Eastern Romans to help us out. That could be very nice. Now, the plan for today. We are, we're just planning to win, to be honest, but you might remember last time, Tom Xantium over here, or Tom Constantinople, sorry, I should say, on this game, is looking a bit under threat. Yeah, there's the peasant horde. This is the result of me destroying all the infrastructure over here in Thessalonica. That it's a big pile of very strong looking peasants. So we're going to lose this very badly indeed. They're about to head in and smash up Constantinople. So we'll have to take that back, I think, before the day is done. Elsewhere, it is just however it falls, to be honest. I'm not really planning on taking out everything. Frankly, I think victory will be enough as the Berbers. Yeah, they're terrible, aren't they? I will go and smash back on Umayyah, though, because that's named after an old lady of the Empire, so we must avenge her, if nothing else. I'm gathering myself a force over here. This chap's going to head over. He's apparently terrible, but we'll make it work. Don't worry, we'll make it work. He's got himself a sword bearer, if nothing else. We'll head over this direction, and we'll go and deal with these chaps over here, because I don't really like that they took... Well, there we go, he's dead. I don't really like that they took over some of my stuff, so we'll go and nab that back. In other news, it's a few turns later, by the way, we have fended off the force that was attacking us over here. I faced them out in the field as well, actually chased them after them a little bit. But yeah, pretty much done what we can there. We've lost our forces a little bit, but we're fine to keep pushing ever onwards. And the last front, of course, is over here. I've actually taken a Bericum, so the romano-british are around, but I can't see them right now. Although, to be honest, this looks like it might well revolt. I'm trying to get a church and diplomat to spread the Christianity, but I'm not sure this is going to work, so we might well lose that. We'll see how this goes. In the meantime, the Saxons are kind of in the way. Try not to lose my army to rebellion here, but as it turns out, they can just now walk into the empty city. Hopefully they won't do that, but you never know. To be honest, it's not really... it doesn't really matter. I've only really done this just for the sake of it, to be honest. So I don't know what we'll do. I'm going to spend my money, end our turn, and we'll see what happens, because it looks like Alexandria and Constantinople are about to see a few significant encounters. Bit of trade rates with the Celts, very lovely to have, but yeah, I can see that Londinium has flipped, and indeed it's time for the peasants, and I don't really fancy chances here. They've got a couple bits of siege equipment, not a lot, but frankly, with that experience, we are going to struggle. Now the General's Equite, we might be able to kill him, if nothing else. We have not got enough to hold this. We'll see how it goes. Let's head in and let's try and take him out. Immediately we had the problem of the ballistas from the tower here, so can't actually have my men ready to shoot. But my cavalry can, of course, get out of the city, and I'm going to try and get on top of that general immediately. In fact, he's coming over to us, which is just marvellous news indeed. So this round, if any of that will burn down, that will be lovely news. And yeah, try and get on top of this general straight away. I'm not really sure a wedge is sensible at this point in time, sir. And if we can hold them up, that will be ideal. Are they turning to shoot us with ballistas? I think, well, they are certainly hitting us with ballistas. That's not good. Not good at all. We are getting shot down far more than I was really hoping for at this point. General is going, though. General is gone. Good. So with that, we desperately try and get out of the way of the ballista shots, which are causing us a few problems right now. Good. So, I think the ram may or may not be making it, which sums up as is not making it, because there we are, it's gone kasplat. Which means that we actually don't need these guys at the gate at all. They can come up here very soon indeed. Although I am struggling to get around, because obviously the camera hates this particular affair here. So, get the peasants charged down by the general. Let's just reassess what we've got up here. So, we've got ourselves our Bucellari, of course. They can shoot down into these chaps. They're pretty terrible. Their range is terrible, but they might do something. Hillmen up there as well, ready to do their work. At this point, honestly, just get some men up on the walls. Hopefully, we can, just prevent them from taking control. That's really the main thing. I've got a few more over here. There are some axemen over in this position as well. It doesn't look like they're going to be needed immediately, so I might just get those guys down here. Is there another tower over this direction? There isn't really, so this is going to be awkward, isn't it? General, get yourself out of there. Apparently we can't break them, but of course they are very, very experienced. Bit ludicrous, of course, but if this holds them up, if we can delay them, that is ideal. So you just start skirmishing. That is magnificent. So, but the skirmishing might just slow them down. And if we can go and make sure, maybe go and deal with those peasants, that would be a good position to be in. Right, slow them down. We might be able to win against the horde of peasants. Who knows? This tower hasn't quite made up its mind yet, which is good news for us. If the flaming shots would like to hit it, that would be very good indeed. Oh, look. We've got ourselves a lovely stone circle of peasants. Beautiful to see. They're about to get hit by a general. So in some ways, actually, that's quite a good formation to be in at this stage. So we'll see what damage we can do. 120 of basic peasants. A little bit of experience. Yeah, I'm taking the losses. They are wavering, though. We actually do 15 damage. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. What's happened to these guys? Oh, they are just turning to shoot at us. This is absolutely insane. I did want to avoid exactly that problem, but that is what's now happening. This is just brilliant. This is just brilliant. I mean, yeah, there we go. There we go. Now they're happy. All hope is doomed. Oh, my general's going to get killed by peasants. It's absolutely sad. These guys are eventually going to win. Chaps, we've got ourselves towers. Use them. Get yourself... The general's fleeing.
This is a shameful thing for your whole army.
Well, there we go. This really isn't the way I was hoping it would fall, but it seems to be the way that it's going to go now. General's going to run through all the peasants in the world. Get himself killed. Just perfect. Right. Well, on this particular note, we might as well get these guys back up here. I don't think I told them to, but they seem to be back here at this point. General, there's no way he's going to get through all of that, surely. Surely not. Well, it doesn't look like they're taking many losses, actually, so the general is going to make it. These guys kind of forgot that they were skirmishing because I told them to run away. Brilliant. Alright, we're not doing great here, are we? No. It is impressive, but these Bucellari can't even shoot in this position right here. It's absolutely ludicrous, but they are that bad. They didn't even have a shot from that position. They could literally, like, you could just drop a rock and it would work, but there we go. Apparently, they are that incompetent. The wall over here is beginning to collapse, so you guys... No, you're not in the wrong position for that, so you'll be absolutely fine. You get yourselves into that kind of position, because when they start coming in, we're in big, big trouble. So, you guys all deal with that for the time being. Hopefully we'll be able to clear off a unit or so. And General, I don't really know what you can do. You can do something. The wall is starting to collapse. This is not good for us. Okay, these guys are not doing enough anymore. We need to just get them back into the battle. So charge them in. Charge! And there we go. Berbers have done a thing. A thing has been done. This is good news indeed. Right, get these guys over here and back onto skirmish. Just see what we can do. Now, with the wall about to collapse, we have a problem. Big problem indeed. With their spade. Yeah, this one hasn't been undermined yet. They got distracted fighting our general. So. These chaps over here are in position. General, get yourself up here. That's good. Those guys on the wall are gone. Get these hillmen down here. You chaps, come and join the party. we need to get some of our chaps on javelin mode. You go and engage them. Go and engage them. Go and engage them. Hit them straight away because they're going to run and interfere with the other guys, which I don't want. These guys are going to break way too quickly, aren't they? Okay, lots of javelins. You guys just holding that position. Just give them a poke in that position. That's what we want to see. Let the double javelins come in. There we go. We've got a break. We've got a break. These guys are steady. Yeah, there's a lot of them coming in here. Right, we just got to charge into them at this point. Just charge into them. See if we can get a few charges. There's a mass break starting. We might have a chance. Oh yes, we might just be able to do this. Oh, beautiful. Look at that sea of purple melt before our eyes. There is a chance yet, ladies and gentlemen. Look, the bar at the bottom has swung in our favour. The peasants might not be the indefeatable force that we thought they were. Ah, this is glorious. We will probably still lose this, by the way, but as we charge them down, this battle could well collapse very quickly for them. Yes, continue pressing forward. I think that might be a good idea. These guys are shaken. Keep shooting him. The walls should be in our favour at this point. General's just going to keep all of those routes and just keep chasing them down. Good news. These guys need to get back into the battle itself. I'm happy to leave them if we're in a safe position. So veterinary, you get yourself here. You chaps, get yourself over hither. Good. And these chaps can come and join the party because I really need them to come out here. So you come out this way, come out this way, come out this way. Good. Okay, they've done their job. Get yourselves back inside the city, back inside, and we can do this. We can totally do this. Our X-Men have moved forward when they're not really supposed to, but I suppose if nothing else, it is holding them up in front of the walls. So that's not the worst thing in the world, but yes, not ideal either. They are starting to pile troops into that particular unit. The general is in trouble, actually. I thought he would be able to clear this guy out. They were actually routing him, but they've managed to pull themselves back. So pull them back towards the wall, General. You'll finish them off later. These guys, you're not actually supposed to be hand-to-hand. You're supposed to be, you know, shooting McShoot. So please get on the bow work, preferably on these guys, just to make sure your general is safe. Pull him around there, and that'll be grand. Okay, this unit, Maxman, the experience and the silver sword and shield is going to help them hold off for a little while. I'd much rather be this guy with the axe and the shield than the pitchfork right now, but you never know. We are Berbers. We are completely useless. So, you guys both get on top of that unit, finish them off. What else have we got here? I reckon we've got this. They broke him. Hardly surprising, but it doesn't really matter. I think we've got it. Oh, lovely stuff. We might need to rename the town in honour of the victory here today. Byzantium. Oh, perfect name. Yes, the great city of Byzantium. Just to remind those filthy peasants that they should never, ever take us on again. What a glorious day for us here. I think that's time for you just to start charging out. Start pushing out. We can finish them off. The arrows are coming into these chaps. They don't like it at all. They really don't want any more of this. Okay, get the general over here. Bring him back into the fray. These guys have still used none of their weapons. Even right now. Direct shots, you'd think, but no. The world's most useless unit, the Bustolari. In comes a charge from the cavalry that should clear out these particular chaps over here. I'm hoping anyway. Not quite enough. Blow the horn of destiny, sir. Yes, there we go. He might have ran away from the peasants earlier, but to be fair, they were terrifying. Now, though, you can see that they are feeble, and very much dead, largely at this point. So, good news. Right, we have just about done it at this point. Last units left, just these two. Send in the mountain men. Send in these mercenary veterinary. Oh, I'm actually quite surprised we've won this. I generally didn't think this was going to work. There we go. There we go, ladies and gents. The last throngs of battle. And one final unit needs to go down. One last pile of loyal peasants to the Empire. But even the Berbers Even the Berbers can defeat an army of peasants, it turns out. What a glorious day for us all. They are going to go for one final charge. All units in on these chaps. They have fought valiantly. They have fought long. They have fought hard. But in we come. Arrows ahoy. Even the Bucellari are climbing down off the great walls of the marbled city. And there we go. The screams of the peasants there as the battle is ended. Beautiful stuff. A heroic victory for Apostrophe Abdullah. Yes, marvellous work here. 2,000 kills. Okay, they are just peasants. But even so, I'm quite pleased with that. 600 kills for our general. And back to the campaign map we go. Great empires are not maintained by timidity. Indeed, they are not Tacitus. Where are we now? Oh, this rebelled. That's not ideal. I guess we'll just have to accept that. Death goes to you, Captain Quarbus. I don't know who you were. Probably a single unit running from Rome northwards, I imagine. But there we go. Right, Ibericum is having a bit of a right. That's fine. Not an issue for me. These chaps, to be honest, should we just ignore them? Should we just go back home? We could just go. We don't actually have any boats over here, do we? We don't. But we're kind of stuck here now. I guess we need to go back and deal with this. Okay. Ibericum is potentially quite angry, I imagine. Minus 3,000. How did that happen? Okay. You know what? All of this is quite unhappy. We'll just go back to Londinium and slaughter all of them. So we'll go and do that in good time. You come over here. The romano-british can do something if they want. It's absolutely fine. And the diplomat presumably is here to convert. Are you doing conversion? No, you're not. You're not Christian at all. Useless man. Okay. Where are we stand at this point? Because they haven't actually attacked us over here at Alexandria. No, they have not. So perhaps we should get headed in. But, no, let's try and figure out where we are at this point. Tarsus. So, Antioch's going to... Yeah, Antioch's our main base here to kind of move from. I'm not really too worried about dealing with Salamis. It was really more of a drop-off on the way. We did lose Cyrene, by the way, in the in-between this and the last episode. Bit of a shame. Not ideal, but there we go. We are now out of money. To be honest, I think I've just put a load of basilicas on, so we'll just cancel a couple of basilicas, to be honest. I just kind of thought, why not just spend the money on a big pile of those, but nah, that's fine. We'll buy a big pile of camels instead, because everyone loves the camels. Right, with those chaps in hand, we will move ourselves over to Leptis Magna to hold that, and I think, yeah, we just need to make our last few moves here. Constantinople is noticeably weak at this moment in time, so we should probably just make sure that we get this all sorted out. Good. Yeah, we're already trading something, so we'll do that in the meantime. Let's just get those guys fixed up with some better armour. As for Sirmium, we'll have to go for Thessalonica. Yeah, I'd rather go down to Thessalonica. Got ourselves a ballista with an army over from Salona. They can get on with that job. And otherwise, honestly, I'm just scrapping around hoping. Ah, yes, the other major objective is today. Our other major objective is to go and take on these chappies over here. So we'll stand around in that position. We do have another spy, despite the last one who got himself killed. And yes, this chap over here, he can, to be honest, I kind of like where you are. You can largely see, you know what, go over here. Nothing else seems to be going on. Right, let's go take Umayyah, and I think that's probably the main plan over here in the northwest. The Sarmatians want to take us on the bridge, do they? Well, that suits me very nicely indeed. Bosphorus infantry are ones to look out for, a couple of those, but otherwise, yeah, just a bit of cav over here. We have ourselves a few archers and plenty of horse archers to do the damage, so I reckon we're in a good position. Depends on the reinforcements, I suppose. This guy over here, yes, good old Tigran faction heir. He's pretty terrible, isn't he? Doubtful courage, cowers behind walls. Doesn't look like he's got anything else to help, actually, when it comes to morale. Yeah, -3 overall is what I'm seeing here. So, good news for us indeed. The reinforcement army here should crumble pretty simply, apart from himself. His actual his band of bodyguard are going to be pretty strong. That aside, though, I reckon we've got a good chance to take him out here. Easy enough battle in the field. And Umayyah, actually, is looking vulnerable with that force standing outside. This looks ideal. Let it in. Bridge battle started off pretty well. You can see Steve over there has been killed, as well as all of their horse archers. They're in a pretty shoddy position, really. They don't have a lot of missile units, and we have plenty of archers over here on the edge of the riverbank. Let's just get my cavalry back here. They're, of course, terrible and can't swim for some reason, but we are in the snow. And as we know, the Berbers are king of the snow battles, so we'll be absolutely fine. Quite why that seems to be the case, I don't know, but that does seem to be the case. They seem to be waiting for... They're waiting for reinforcements. They might be, you know. Oh well, we'll see how all that goes. Just be wasting a lot of arrows on one horse, but there we go. He's gone eventually. Now. What do we really need to worry about here? Just really the general in the reinforcement army, because yeah, a couple of Bosphorus infantry, but not too worried about spearmen really. These cav could do bad damage with a charge, but I've got my Federati to counter them. So it's just a waiting game now, and the victory will come sooner rather than later. Most of my archers have run out of missiles now, which is a bit of a shame, seeing as they do have some armoured horse archers coming up, but it's fine. I have such a vast array of missiles left in my armament that will probably be absolutely fine. Still got some archers, so those guys should really focus on those chaps over there. Are they the chappies? Yeah, they're the chappies. I think they did. Oh, they have herdsmen. No, they don't have any of the female archers. I think there are a few female foot archers, but they've already been taken out. In fact, it might have been Stevette earlier rather than a Steve. Who knows? I might have to look back at the footage to figure that one out. But those guys are actually walking straight to the river. Indeed, they are. No, they've given up on that. Realised very, very quickly it's a bad idea. Fine. Fine. Federati, infantry, cav even are going to charge into the sea. That won't do very well for them. I say the sea, it's a river. I really don't know how to talk, do I? Anyway, general's coming in. Some runaway slave spearmen. It looks like it's just going to be a general charge across the bridge. So let's just speed this up a moment. And yeah, there we go. All the javelins in the world are about to hit this chappie. Should be a nice, brutal hit on him. All the javelins. Some javelins. All right, one or two javelins, because most of them didn't bother throwing them in at the general. Fine. Right, you guys, just go off skirmish for the moment. Just go off skirmish. Archers, you can move back because you're actually largely out of missiles at this point. We will just get the trap closed in as much as possible. You chaps, throw your javelins in best you can. Just get the sheer numbers into this battle. I don't like it when they break. It's not good. We might have to do a fallback situation again. In this kind of battle shouldn't be the case, but might well be what happens here. Right, charge into those herdsmen. You need to take them out. That shouldn't be an issue. The Groll Knights, honestly, you might just need to get in there, hide him along with the general. Just get some heavy infantry in. Get on top of that general. Once he breaks, that should be the battle over and done with. Yeah, just get some of the cav in as well. These guys weren't really supposed to charge into the water, but that seems to be what's happened here. We can't swim, so we've just drowned, which is incredibly competent of them. Let's just get all of the men in, get all those archers to come in and join us. Federati infantry are back in the battle. Cavalry are wandering around like worthless melons. But there we go. General is now fleeing, and I would like to thank the Groll Knights for their marvellous, marvellous work. Okay, you sir, block him off. Block him off. Get on top of him. You get on top of him as well. We should catch him here. And if not, he's got a terrible morale as a leader, so that should be him cleared out. Fine. They are now running. Apparently they haven't sent in a big part of their troops, so I should probably be a bit careful here. He hasn't actually been killed yet. Come on. Any day. Any day you want to die now. Yes, there's many points in killing him. If one of us would like to kill him, that would be ideal. Now, all infantry seem to largely be still in position over here, which is good news indeed. Lost a little bit more in this battle than I would have liked. There we go. Shot him in the back. Bit more awkward than it should have been. All horse archers, get yourselves over here. That'll be magnificent stuff. Federati can just come block this bridge now. All the archers can just come stand here and be backup infantry. Looks like we just need to reorganise ourselves before their next charge, because they're still just wandering here, waiting to cross the river. Oh, the whole pile of herdsmen are just drowning down the river. They were too exhausted to make it across. Oh, that is absolutely glorious. Look at them spin. Woohoo! Right, the rest of them don't really seem very keen on this whole affair right now. Don't really blame them, but honestly, I really don't have the force to go and push on here. So I'm just going to, yeah, just put all my infantry out like that. That'd be absolutely lovely. Just start shifting everyone back because, you know, might as well just see if they want to come for us, and if not, then yeah, we'll just make up our minds later what we want to do. We can always send the horse archers forward just to tease them a little bit. So let's just send them forward. Aha! I started shooting them, so they've moved forward to get shot themselves. That's very nice of you, isn't it, sir? Thank you very much. They are indeed a noble group of cavalry. Managed to sneak my Grail Knights and my General around the side of them here, which is marvellous news indeed. They don't really have any missiles to shoot us with, so that's good. I might just try and get a few more units around. You, sir, actually can cross the river, so you probably should just do that at some point. Yeah, you go over there and cross it. And we might just start sending some of our other men forward before we start crashing into their flanks. This sounds like a plan. My horse archers aren't nearly as clever as my general. They've managed to get themselves caught a little bit, so might have a little bit more of a fight here than I was planning. They're actually managed to rout, which is not ideal. Please don't drown yourself. I suppose they can't go into the water, so they're not going to drown themselves. Right, infantry, just start charging across this point. I think we'll be fine dealing with these guys. They're eager apparently, but they probably shouldn't be because we've had to smash them in the flank momentarily. Just line up the general ready for that. These guys at some point, they're winded and they've only made it halfway, which is a little bit worrying, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Get everyone to start piling in. You guys pile into the rear of them and you do the same thing. Just get everyone in, smash them up as much as possible. In come the Grail Knights, smashy smashy. There might well be spearmen, but I reckon that charge is more than good enough to deal some hefty damage. Good. Not as much as I'd hoped actually, but it's done a little bit. Not too bad, not too bad. Get around the back. More Bosphorans in the rear. You hit those slave spearmen. They're not going to be very happy about any of this. So just pile the sheer numbers in. What are you doing, archers? Just go home. Just go home, the lot of you. Just hate it when they do that. It's so annoying. Okay. Get into that general. Finish him off. Good. So, into the back. All cav. Can you just swing yourselves over here? And we'll just we'll try and get around them because honestly, these Russian spearmen are a bit tricky to deal with, but as long as we get around them, we'll be absolutely fine. So, all cav, charge into these chappies. Shouldn't be a problem. Here we come. Kablamo! There we go. There's one or two of them that managed to get themselves killed. And there is the victory. Good. I think it's just this last little chap over here. We've got a lot of our units breaking, but in fact, actually, by victory, I mean like everyone on our side is broken. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what's happening here. We've entirely broken. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, Cav, get yourself out of there. All units. What do we have left to kill? Bosphoran and Bosphorans. Okay, all of you, get into them. Just do something. Anything. All of the things. Kill them. Woohoo! We still have a town to take after this. We really can't afford for everyone to die here. Right, just move on to the next unit. Just plough through them. General's about to die. General's running away. Bloody Laura, we are the worst units in the world. They are just so bad. It's unbelievable how bad they are. The Grail Knights are still fighting, bless them. Too many spearmen. Aren't there? On the plus side, I might technically win this battle because they've only got 11 minutes to win it. So, yeah, my archers are just standing over the other side of the bridge. They can just run away for long enough to meet my mercenary horses who never made it back from fleeing across the river. Why do they flee across the river? It wouldn't be the Berbers if we didn't manage to cheese a victory at the end here because, quite frankly, we are terrible, aren't we? I mean, I know everyone was saying, go play the Berbers, they're the worst, but I didn't realise just how bad they truly were. Someone did suggest doing it with only Berber infantry. I would suggest that is essentially just a bit masochistic for me. So I may not go for that myself. But yes, time to finish this off, I think, because this is as chaotic as ever, I think. Well, to make me feel better, I've burnt down Tarsus, so at least that's one more town under our control. With an unload tax rate. It is Christian, so they don't hate us immediately. Well, that's some good news, I suppose. They didn't really lose very much there. Most of it was trash, as it turns out, and they still don't really want to do it over here, which is intriguing indeed. There's honestly not a huge amount more to get done. I've sent a few more reinforcements in this direction. Probably going to need it. They have now retreated back to their town, having knocked back that what was left of that army. So, luckily we had a few survive, but the horse have mostly been killed in the follow-up affair. So we don't have a lot left to go take on the town, but probably enough to go take back our lovely city of Umayyah. It was someone's wife back in the day. I honestly can't remember who anymore. Byzantium looks safe enough. Just as another random poke, I guess we take Thessalonica. But honestly, at this stage, it doesn't really matter. What else are we doing? Smash up Londinium. Why not? Smash up Londinium because we can. Because why not? Barracum is going to riot. It's gonna, this is gonna rebel. 100% it's gonna rebel. But we'll just line up a huge pile of hillmen just in case that does something, anything, frankly. Fix things up. Why ever not? This is a pathetic end to a campaign. It truly is. Normally at this point, I am just swatting them aside, and this is really limping over the line. It truly is. I mean, to be fair, the Eastern Empire are quite crippled. I mean, I've kind of eaten weird chunks of them all over the place, but not exactly the impressive sprint finish. It's more really that everyone else is tripped over on the way to the finish line, and we're just really dragging our corpse along the floor at the end. But it's fine. We're going to do it. We are going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give them another turn or two while I set up these last couple battles. But Alexandria is really just under my thumb, waiting to be knocked down. I might just get these guys wicking down a bit more, because quite frankly, I'm not convinced these guys can win. They can win, but I'm not convinced, frankly, because those first cohort are just far too brutal. Far too brutal. So, doesn't look like they're going to get any reinforcements back over here. Does seem like all the boats have been sunk in this part of the world, which is good news indeed. Time to end a turn, see what goes on. Thessalonica looking very vulnerable indeed, so we'll just smash that up. Lovely news indeed. Burn that down once more. That was where that peasant army came from, wasn't it? We might as well continue moving on. Next time, we'll just keep heading south. Take Athens as well. Why ever not? Byzantium is looking better, albeit very much blockade at this point. The Londinium, I found the Romano-British army. I'll show it until found. Romano-British army sitting there at the end of the town, and I thought we might as well give that to them. So if they can take it, they're welcome to have it. That would be a fitting end to the campaign, I feel. So we'll just we'll let that one happen. Whilst we're on this, actually, we might as well have a look at what's happening in the world, because we haven't really had a good look around for a while. Because frankly, there are my friends. We smashed those guys up a lot, didn't we? I think the Franks can probably hold them off at this point. Goths still wandering around. Western Empire just hanging on here. Very much just East Francia at this point. Not looking particularly strong. Saxons doing, about as well as the Saxons ever do on this game. And these two chaps just exist as ever they would. And Eastern Empire rebels even got themselves killed off by the Roxolani. We actually do have trade rights with the Sassanids, by the way. They're trading with us, so they're our friends. As far as I'm concerned, we're doing well. We got friends in the world, and we're just going to send our army around just to smash up whatever we can at this point. Just leave a token force of. To be honest, I like these men. Let's just send them all. Just send them all. Just move them all out, sir. Move them all out, why don't you? And we don't have any money to garrison the town. It's fine. We'll send one unit from over there, and the rest we'll just ignore because we might as well do that. The rebels exist. Look at them. Yes, if I remember my rebels campaign, all we had was the endless rebellion in Campus from the Sassanids. It just gave us troops all the time. That was a marvellous thing. Oh, I do miss that. Need to get back to a new rebel campaign. We'll have to assess that one in the coming weeks. So I'd like to get back to that. Finish up the Medieval 2 Islamic Holy Roman Empire, which is obviously been on hold a little bit, although I did put the episode of that up just a few days ago. So yeah, we'll do a few more episodes of that to tie that up, I think, with Catholicism truly becoming crushed. And from there, yeah, we'll look at the rebel campaign. I'm not entirely sure what the next campaign is going to be. We will see in good time. Anyway, let's get moving this army over here. A few more men. 9 to 5. We're doing the Dolly Parton here, so let's do it for Dolly. We won! Umaima. We will rename you as the great city of Umaima Dolly Parton. Marvellous stuff. It's not letting me put in a hyphen. Umaima Dolly Parton. Marvellous stuff. Okay. Beautiful stuff. So Umaima Dolly Parton has been conquered. That is grand. Avaricum has their faction leader. He's 58. He's mad. There's some good units, but frankly, I think I feel very satisfied with that part of the empire. That's good to see. And that really just leaves us with Alexandria, doesn't it? Which is just going to continue to get chipped away at, as far as I'm concerned. We'll see if anything actually comes along, but for the time being, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Slowly collapsing. So just wait to see what other fun brings itself along in the distance. I might well go take Surrey. I'm just going to poke a few places whilst we finish this campaign up here. So grab my archers. That will do. Get in the boat. Get moving. Set sail. Just Magna. Miserable, but as is everywhere. You're actually normal tax rate. Yeah, you get a low tax rate. There we are. One of the few places actually vaguely happy. Good news. Is this army going to be enough? No chance, but we'll send it anyway, and we'll see if it can do anything whatsoever. We'll send some boats back around here. We might actually get an army over in Cadonia. Yeah, why not? We'll get a couple of lances. They're terrible, as are all my men, and that will do us nicely. We'll just grab a few more of those. Good. Civil revolt in Antioch, as you might well expect. That's absolutely fine. We're just going to go head over in this direction, take out Gaizaria, just keep smashing them up, really. At this point, we are just acting a bit like a horde army, smashing everything. Why have they... Oh, they've attacked them. That's fine. But they attacked me there for a moment. Yeah, I need to restart this siege. Obviously, the 3 men who took it on are now dead. My diplomat can wander over here. Let's have a little chat with these guys. Do you want an alliance? Not in their best interest. That's not very nice. I left this town for you to conquer, but oh well. We'll work on that. We'll work on that in time. Master Archer, magnificent news. Byzantium is looking confident and strong nowadays. And Thessalonica, well, I don't know. We're going to send some of our men down to Athens. That's should be fine. We don't have any money to buy mercs, but there we go. Look, we've got enough to keep it happy. That's good. That is good. So we'll continue to move along. I honestly don't think there's anything of interest going on elsewhere in the empire. Continue to move along. Keep an eye on Alexandria, but the end is nigh. We're 8 turns away from that. We will head in and batter them one way or another. These guys are kind of in trouble, so we'll just wander around. Can you win? You won! Good. Well, there's some rebels gone. You can thank me later, rebels. My good friends. They have a great colour scheme, so they are a very, very close place in my heart. This time Tarsus has decided to rebel, which again is not particularly surprising, but we will just continue to move from town to town, making life a bit awkward for them. To be honest, it's probably doing them some good. They've probably got the public order under control now, so we'll just keep moving on, smashing each of their towns. The Sassanids are going to love us, causing them all sorts of problems. Sassanids and the Huns are now at war. Honestly, I don't see why I care. I would say Bericum looks like it needs to fall. So into there. Clear victory. There we go. We have the mighty city of York. We will call you the city of Willow for the old classic bar down at the Willow, or pub, whatever you really want to call it. It's just an odd place, an odd and marvellous place. So, what else was there to do? Oh yes, continue moving south as ever we should. There were a few men besieging Thessalonica. Honestly, it's fine. We'll just take that as we come back in that direction. This is very nonsensical, but I'm kind of enjoying the madness of all this. So, yeah, get you on the boats, move you down this direction, and they can join the army. You are descending at this point upon Cyrene. Okay, they are there. They are there. Their boats are here as well. We'll just let them come and attack us. I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing will go wrong at all. Turns out we could win the naval affairs. So yeah, we're just going to lay off our troops over here, besiege the town. That'd be absolutely grand. Their army's wandered too far away. What utter fools. Okay, we'll go and take these guys on again. Clear them out. And yeah, the reinforcement army has turned up. We're going to take back Cyrene, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take that back. And indeed, if we can go and get an alliance with the Eastern rebels, that would be good, actually. Maybe that's what I should do. Let's get myself a diplomat, see if we can yeah, get someone over there to chat with them. Wouldn't mind getting them on side, that we can help them out in defending Philadelphia against the Romans. That would be perfect. And yes, the romano-british exist. They have themselves a town. That is just marvellous news. Let's have ourselves some trade rights with them. Nice and friendly. Beautiful stuff. Map information for map information. Let us trade and be happy. Good. Good. They would be very confused by our map, but there we go. So we have ourselves Saxons up here in the Celtic land. Mono-British and Berbers here in England. This is just coming together beautifully. And the Eastern Empire is just a smouldering ruin. This is good fun. And yes, of course, we have Athens to go and take out as well, don't we? So better head into there, slaughter that force. 50 kills. Okay, we got that. Must have been a bit weaker. I didn't really check what their army was, so maybe it was mostly trash. Athens is back in our hands. The Empire is crumbling before us. Maybe we should send the cavalry north, actually. Yeah, Cav, just head north and try and clear those guys out. That might be a good plan. Okay, we'll go and sort that out. The Empire's surprisingly good now that I've stopped caring and I've just started manically sending my men everywhere. Sinope needs to fall, so guess that can burn down too. We'll make that a night battle. Exterminate the population. Oh, a temple. Smashy, smashy, smashy. And with that, we not sure there's a lot we can do to make this happy, to be honest. I think we're just going to leave. We're just going to leave. Just move on. Just back over here. Just move towards Ephesus. We'll go home. So yeah, good old Hamza the Conqueror. You can probably go home in good time. Looks like the Romans have finally sent a good army in to face us here at Alexandria. So probably time to tie this all up. I think we've pretty much done everything we wanted to here. So yeah, we've got ourselves good old Myrmidon Parton back under control. The Romano-British have themselves, well, part of Britain. We have ourselves a random part of Northern England for no good reason. Oh yeah, this just rebelled. Ignore that. We'll burn that to the ground in a moment. That isn't really a problem. We've smashed up the Eastern Empire royally and just wandered around aimlessly. Quite frankly, we're just basically acting like a horde at this point. Let's just go back in this direction. Yeah, just keep pushing over there. We might go home one day, but mainly we just want to burn and watch the world burn some more. Cyrene, of course, also can go down now, so we're back where we were at the start of, or at the end of last time even. Enslave the fools who didn't fight hard enough last time. And yeah, get ourselves into Alexandria, because really all we needed was 10 settlements, including Berber and Alexandria. Berber would be, is that Carthage? I think that's Carthage, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I renamed Carthage. Interesting, it's renamed it here as well. Okay, yeah, we need those two and 10 settlements. We've actually got 25 at the moment, so I feel like we have more, but I suppose most of them just spend their time rebelling. Anyway, time to head in. Time to finish them off. Avitus the Philosopher, it is the faction heir. 58 in the first cohort now, so yeah, I think we've got this. Let's head in. Let's finish them off.
So, let your battle cries ring out clear and loud. Death Death and glory!
Death and glory, was there ever a phrase that summed up the Berbers more in this campaign? Somehow glorious in victory, and yet most of the time we spend our days dead. Now, where are we in terms of the city itself? We're not too far from this entrance here, straight into the plaza. Not a bad entrance to be at all, actually, so I'll take that. Actually get the towers over here very safely indeed. So that is probably what I'll do. Let's get ourselves lined up and let's get in. For once, I've actually remembered to put the ballistas on, so oof, that is what we need to see, ladies and gentlemen. I do not remember to press that button often enough, but oh, that is delicious. I do think they're a little bit over the top, to be honest, but oh, that is one way of dealing with the first cohort, isn't it? Down to 5. Down to... They're gone, aren't they? Yeah, they're pretty much gone at this point. Look at the efficiency of our foe. This is what the Berbers have had to deal with all this time. Even in death, these Romans are efficient. They are lined up beautifully, and the tower's menacing there, isn't it? Okay, the tower's at the wall. Yes, even in death, they are clearly vastly superior to us as we get ourselves slaughtered. To be honest, we really don't need all these towers, do we? It's just men that are going to be dead, I think, but oh well, we'll make it work for us. On the plaza, we have these chaps over here. I think we'll give them a proper charge. All the men will just throw themselves to their death. No tactics, of course, to finish us off here. We're just going to throw everyone in, and for once, the Berbers aren't going to all flee in terror. I think we might just be able to win, but it's going to be quite spectacular how many men we've lost in this. God, they're terrible. Amazingly, we've only actually lost 14% in this battle. I honestly thought we'd do a lot worse, but hey-ho. It turns out the Blister Towers are quite effective after all. Probably should have turned those on early in the campaign. Nonetheless, just about done. Yep, there goes the factionaire. With that, we'll also claim an Eagle of Rome and victory in the campaign. Did we ever think we would see the day? Well, yes, but gosh, they've been underwhelming.
Victory is sweet indeed.
Officially a clear victory, and who can argue with the game when it says that? And with the taking of Alexandria, we will see the glorious victory of our campaign. You've triumphed. Your people have marched from the dust of the desert to the cold, dank forests. Yes, the snow has always been the place that we have done our best work, and driven all from them. No one dares stand to get the might of Berber armies now. Of course, can only be read out in classic Total War voice there. Continue playing. Honestly, this can only go wrong from here. So I'm just going to burn down Alexandria. We'll just take a short tour of the world before we finish up then. So let's just have a quick look at the map and see who's doing what. Oh look, we've got some more rebels. Assassins do struggle actually. I think it's all the religion stuff, and just the distance to capital up here is a bit mad. They always do well with their central holdings, but beyond that, it's a bit of a struggle. Yeah, it really is. I would say that Hamza the Conqueror has done a good bit of work finishing off this campaign. It's as I said, I've said quite a few times that gosh, they're terrible, but genuinely it has amazed me at times just how easily these guys fall apart. Oh, I must make that happen. So I'm just going to play through for a moment. Unsurprised, some of the things going on here. Everything's just gone to kaput. Gone kaput even. Oh, there we are. General's going to get themselves killed now at this point. Anyway, ignoring all of these ignoble and ridiculous defeats that we are seeing here, the real lesson is the Berbers are the great winners in this world. They've proven themselves as capable, potentially. I mean, honestly, I don't think I could take the whole map with this. I mean, I could, but it would just be such a ludicrous affair of burning down rebels endlessly. With the Slavs, it was actually quite possible. I didn't have to do that much burning of peasants, but this time, I think it might just be a little bit different, to be honest. Let's just finish off by burning down Dalek, because that is the main thing. And if we lose this, we lost that would really sum it all up. But one last glorious victory to remember what has been a difficult campaign. But one, in the end, that has ended in victory. a completely melted down Western Roman Empire, a fairly crippled Eastern Empire whose, well, most of their holdings have recently either been rebel or I've burnt to the ground, so they haven't really got a lot left to show for their empire. Sassanids doing fine, and everyone else just kind of exists, really, don't they? Well, as I said before, not entirely sure what the next campaign will be. I do fancy doing some more rebels again. Might have to look at maybe Alexander or the Kingdoms campaigns. They could be intriguing. Certainly, yeah, a couple of the Kingdoms rebel campaigns look pretty darn impossible, but there we go. Maybe that's the way to go forward. We'll see about that in the near future. Thank you if you've been watching the series from the start. I know, obviously, the last few episodes got a bit dragged out. Yeah, the schedule been a little bit wonky. I've tried to even when I've gone sort of off the usual schedule to keep a video out each week. So we are now getting back to multiple videos in the week. So hopefully you'll be able to join me for the next campaign here on the channel. And a few obviously bits of guide and modding as we go along. But for now I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is Tenacious Human, and this has been a Berber campaign which I enjoyed, but in many ways I'm relieved to be able to quit this game. Thank you and goodbye. No! Not again! How did you lose to the archers? Anyone who's already got children, they've just been killed. Filthy pilchards, the lot of you. Oh, Steve! You were the best of all the Steves. Rum pum pa 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 pa.